welcome back to Fantasy Turf War. We had a crazy week one here in the regular season, so let's take a look at some of our league updates and our new rankings. Coming up first, we've got Division 1, the Guinea Pigs, of course. It was a wild week there. You have Shelter Dogs for Veterans beating out Patriot Dip 107.52 to 96.64. CC3PO 124.78 losing to Jake Boyko 139.56. Game Changer 365 winning with a 123.32 to Cardboard Cruisers 89.42. Becky over at MEI Mouse Fan Travel 83.58 taking a tough loss there against If I'm Being Honest 96.16. The Comfort Zone 86.22 beating out later named 84.82. Here are your rankings for Division 1. You've got Jake Boyko, of course, in first with the record right now for highest score in a single game. Of course, it's week 1, and we have a new format, so all the records are new. But he's got a 139.56, so putting it out there for people to beat. Followed by Game Changers 365 in second, Shelter Dogs for Veterans in third, If I'm Being Honest in fourth, Comfort Zone in fifth, CC3PO in 6th, Patriot Drip 76 in 7th, Cardboard Crusaders later named, and Becky over at MEI and Mouse Fan Travel coming in at 10th. Still a lot of football left, so don't hold much of these rankings, but just after week 1. Let's take a look at week 2. We've got Any Given Sunday, of course, the world's greatest dad joke there. You've got Men's Alliance. Adam, so what happened there? You lost 106.36 to 123.76 against Uncle Mike B, the Disney Trivia champion there. Henry D. Music losing 94.18 to Jake D. Batista, 106.78. Athlete's Journey 97.22 losing to Mike Trester, 108.72. Jamori of Life and Liberty 114.22 beating out Pastor Jack at Wholehearted Foundation 84.44, and Susan, our other co-host, 125.72 beating out Tracy and Gigi and Zhao FF Breakdown 98.28. Here, of course, are your rankings for Division 2. Susan sitting on top of the division, 125.72, Gridiron Goddess, followed by Uncle Mike B, closely behind, 123.76, followed by Life and Liberty, Mike Trester, Jack D. Batista, Men's Alliance in 6th, Gigi and Zhao, that's Tracy, followed by An Athlete's Journey, that is Travis Reed, Henry D. Music, and Pastor Jack at Wholehearted Foundation. Let's take a look at Division 3, that are the GOATs. You've got Brian, Frostbite Brian, with a 105.92, beating out Dan Brown Jr., 76.52. Bird Management, 98.72, taking a loss to Rich over at Mariella Weddings and Events, 135.64. Justin with Noro Coffee, 68.20, with the tough loss there against the Chicago Jorts. It's Steve, 109.76. Renee Neal, our reigning champion, taking a week 1 loss, 87.02 to an always tough competitor, Sports Idiot Nation, 139.26. And Teamer DBHL Florida, 97.08, losing to Zach Brunner, who is one of our division champions from last season's 109.08. That one's going to be a tough division. Taking a look at the division rankings there, Division 3, Sports Idiot Nation on top with a 139.26. And Mariella Falls Wedding and Events coming in second, followed by Steve Carlson, Flurry Sports, Brian Gobble, Bird Management, Teamer, Renee Neal, Dan Brown Jr., and Noro Coffee following it up in 10th. And last but certainly not least, our Division 4, that are the Monarchs. You've got DJ Hall at the Art of Silence with a 107.46 with a tough loss there against Prolific Games and Collectibles. That's Roberto, 127.82. JJ, the other half of the Fantasy Couriers, 96.92, winning against Tank Talk, 95.92. That's a close one. That is the record right now for closest margin, 1 point. Mike Sprague, Sprague Works, 98, losing to Zinger Prince, 108.52. Loftside Bander, 106.86, beating out Alpha Clash TCG, 76.84. And following up the last matchup, 112.42 with a really tough loss there against Dragon's Horde, 126.78. Of course, your division rankings here, Division 4, you've got Prolific Games and Collectibles, that's Roberto sitting on top, followed by Dragon's Horde, Zinger Prince, Loftside Banter, the Fantasy Couriers, Rad Dad Network, The Art of Silence, Sprigworks, Tank Talk, and Alpha Clash coming in 10th there. So again, end of week 1, lots of football to play still, so don't take too much stock in this, but shows you the results after week 1. And I know this is the part everyone loves, our overall rankings. So coming in number 1, you've got Jake Boyko. Again, he's got the record there, 139.56 for single points in a single game. Number 2, Sports Idiot Nation. Number 3, Richard Falls over at Mariel Falls Wedding and Events. Number 4, Prolific Games and Collectibles. That's Roberto. Dragon's Horde coming in 5th. That's Zach Fisher. Susan and Gridiron Goddess, our co-host. Gridiron Goddess is in 6th. Uncle Mike B is in 7th. Game Changer 365 is in 8th. Followed by Life and Liberty, Steve Carlson. Flurry Sports, Mike Trester. Zinger Prince, Cameron Bassett coming in 14th at Shelter Dogs for Veterans. Loftside Banter in 15. Jack DiBattista in 16. Where's our other co-host? Brian Gobolt, 17. Fantasy Couriers, 18. If I'm Being Honest. Comfort Zone. CC3PO. There he is. Rad Dad Network's in 22. Art of Silence is in 23. And there's our other co-host, Adam Dove. DJ Dove coming in with Men's Alliance at 24. 25 is Bird Management, followed by Tracy, Sprigworks, Athlete's Journey, Teamer, Patriot Dip, Tank Talk Podcast, Henry D Music, and the rounding out the top 40 here, we've got Cardboard Crusaders, Renee Neal Photography, later named Wholehearted Foundation, MEI and Mouse Van Travel, Alpha Clash TCG, Dan Brown Jr., and Noro Coffee. So pretty interesting week. Lots of injuries, as they covered on our Tuesday night show, and let's take a look at what is in store for this coming week. All right, over in week 1, you've got Shelter Dogs for Veterans going up against If I'm Being Honest. One of you two will walk out undefeated. The other one is going to take a first loss. CC3PO and later named, both of you are looking for your first wins. Game Changer 365 against Becky Mankin and Mouse Van Travel, and see if you guys can upset Game Changer 365 here and make him go off the undefeated list. Patriot Drip 76 against the Comfort Zone, and Cardboard Crusaders against Jake Boyko. Moving over to Division 2, any given Sunday, you've, of course, got Men's Alliance against Jack DiBattista. Both teams 1-0. One of you will walk away undefeated. Henry D Music and Wholehearted Foundation. Both of you are looking for your first win. Uncle Mike B against Tracy. Travis Reed over at Athlete's Journey against Gridiron Goddess. Life and Liberty, Jamori against Mike Trester. One of you will walk away undefeated. Division 3, the Goats. We've got Brian Gobble against Bird Management. Neuro Coffee and Dan Brown Jr., both of you are looking for your first win. Our reigning champ, Renee Neal Photography against Teamer. Both of you are looking for your first win. This one's a good matchup here. We've got Sports Idiot Nation against Steve Carlson. One of you will walk away undefeated. That's going to be a tough one. And, of course, Flurry Sports against Mariel Falls Wedding and Events. Both of you are looking to walk away undefeated, but only one of you will. And rounding out the league, we've got Division 4 with the Monarchs. You've got the Art of Silence and Tank Talk. Both of you are looking for your first wins. JJ Wang and Zinga Prince are going at it. One of you will walk away undefeated. Sprigworks and Loftside Banter. And Alpha Clash against Rad Dad Network. That should be a good one there. And rounding out the last matchup of the week, you've got Roberto over at Prolific Games and Collectibles against Dragon's Horde. Both of you are undefeated. One of you will walk away with 2-0. One of you will walk away with your first loss of the season. So it'll be pretty interesting. All in all, it's been a pretty busy week 1. Make sure you are following along on all social media channels. We've got our Tuesday night shows. Adam, Susan, and Cameron are killing it over there. It's always fun watching them. I think I picked the right team, and they're having fun. And it looks like people at home are watching and having fun too. So that's the important part. So make sure you're entering the contest. Make sure you're having some fun there. Lots of prizes to give away. Make sure you turn on notifications. We have our interviews, and if you'd like me to add more videos of what I've got going on on down here at the bottom of the planet. I do try and add some clips here and there. Stay tuned to the end, and I have an extra little fun clip. I might have seen some pictures of it on social media, but I'll add it in at the end. So extra little treat if you stay tuned to the end. So hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's cold.